I wanted to talk about business skills, but when you talk about business skills, you will see that we have so many similarities with life skills. For example, if we take only one thing, self discipline, if I talk about discipline, you will see that when you do something, you have a lot of discipline, you get something done, and then if you don't do it, you have a lot of regret. Maybe you learn from your mistakes and then you do it later. But we can always learn from the mistakes, we can always learn from the things we have done, people we have interacted, ventures we have experienced, adventures we have experienced. So, investment, it can be a mindset. It is a mindset, in fact, because when you choose to invest in a particular way which suits your principles, which suits your maybe the way you run your company, the way you want to run your company if you are starting out. So you can do a lot of things, but this we learn so many things in life, but if you learn to implement it, then you can do a lot of great things in life. So some people are teaching, they are doing their jobs, some people are doing other professions. People are in the manufacturing industries, people are in the service industries, they are doing their jobs. People are boosting the economy. We can talk about microeconomics, we can talk about macroeconomics, how the forces are acting, and how people are contributing to that, how the labor market is contributing to that. Then industrial relations, we can talk about how you are taking your offering to a marketplace, how you are doing your value proposition, how you are doing customer satisfaction. It is not there that you are selling something and you are very satisfied with that because you are just earning money. It's not about that. It's also about how you are providing a better service afterwards, or how you are providing customer satisfaction. So it's not about just earning money, it's about providing something more. And then sometimes we talk about societal marketing, we talk about other kinds of non-profit ventures, social entrepreneurship. We talk about all these things. So different ways of running a company, different ways of running an organization, and you will understand that it will have its own things, and you can contribute to all of them if you understand these life skills, if you understand these business skills. And people who don't understand all these things, they may go through a theoretical path. They are just learning a lot of topics, they are learning a lot of theories, but they are not understanding it, they are not implementing it. Sometimes people are doing a lot of stuff, they are taking a lot of risks, they are making a lot of experiments, but what they are doing is maybe sometimes they are far away from the research or the trends, whatever is happening in the industry, whatever is happening in the research scenario, whatever research paper is getting published regarding that particular discipline. So it can be from human resources, it can be from marketing, it can be from operations research, it can be from business analytics, it can be from artificial intelligence, it can be from machine learning, it can be from anything, advanced scientific achievements, whatever you want to do. But one thing is the scientific progress, whatever is happening, people are working in that. A lot of R&D is happening, a lot of technicians are working, a lot of engineers are working, a lot of scientists are working in that. But then when you are going to apply in your business, then a lot of things come into place. Then you have a lot of leadership and management skills, you have a lot of policies, you have a lot of regulation, you need to know what you are going to do, your do's and don'ts. You have to follow some best practices. Then you have ethics, you have to maintain certain guidelines, you have to make people follow certain guidelines so that you can have a great work environment, and you are having a lot of productivity, efficiency, you are getting a lot done. And one thing is your product or offering, and then your company working as a whole, then what contribution you are making to the society. Because sometimes why I am mentioning this is climate change is a big concern nowadays. What has happened is many people have done a lot of things regarding the business scenario, but they didn't take care of the climate aspect. So what happened is, over time, we polluted the environment. But what we could have done is, we could have had greater policies, we could have had greater, pollution management techniques, so that we could have, protected the climate, as well as we could have provided, our product or service offerings. So we could have done that, and many people are getting concerned about that, and they should be concerned about that. But maybe you are not part of that industry which is polluting the environment. Then what should you do? As a responsible citizen, what should you do? As a responsible citizen, you can contribute your part. You can also do your research as a scientist. You can also contribute with your management techniques, with your leadership skills. Sometimes you can be an activist. Maybe you are working for an NGO, maybe you are an activist. So what you are doing is, maybe you are going to a place where you can help in climate change. You can make the environment a better place to live in different ways. So you can contribute to that as an activist. You want to plant trees, you can plant trees. You want to talk to people who are emitting a lot of gases, you can talk to them. And you can serve in so many ways. Again, when you are coming to this management and leadership techniques, one thing is personal leadership. So when you are having a lot of discipline, when you are having a lot of principles and values, what you are doing is personal leadership. So what happens is, you have a moral compass, you have something to guide you. You believe in yourself, you believe in your principles and values, you believe in what your company stands for, you believe what is your part in this bigger society or this larger society. So what you can do is, you can contribute in a much greater way. So people from different backgrounds can come together. Many people are not even aware how they can contribute to a bigger way or a bigger cause. Contribute in a bigger way or a bigger cause, because you will see that many people, they are looking at a lot of economic forces, but sometimes they don't know this is microeconomics. This is concerned about the household income, how we are doing consumption, how one farm is doing the production. Many people don't even know that. Macroeconomics, what is macroeconomics? How, we are talking about inflation, how you're talking about unemployment, and how your government can play a big part, in the regulations, in the policy making, so that we can have a greater economy, we can have a better economy, we can contribute in so many ways. So what I am saying is, you can contribute in leadership, you can contribute in management, you can contribute in research, you can contribute your scientific explorations, you can contribute your technical expertise, you can contribute in your curiosity, so that you can ask greater question. If you are becoming a journalist, you can ask a greater question, you can ask the pertinent questions, you can do your thorough research, you can go for a cause, or you can, you are curious about finding something out, and you are enthusiastic about fighting for a cause. You can do that. So research, if I talk about research, it will help in different professions. But when people are going for research, sometimes they are doing research, they don't know how their research can be very beneficial to people. So what you can do is, you can do a solid research. Sometimes you can do solid research means you have done it with a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of passion. That is one part. And sometimes it is scientific. You have done a lot of grinding. You have done it with a lot of grit. And this is not wasting your time, that because you are investing time, you are investing your resources. What you can do is, you can go for a planned research, which is very properly planned. You have a roadmap, that strategically you have planned, this is how you are going to go for this research. Sometimes you are going for an exploratory research. You are starting with a research question, you are starting with a research statement, or maybe a problem statement, and then that is leading you to a research. You can go for that. So that idea that activity of doing that research, or you should go for that research, can contribute to the society in a lot of ways. So that is always beneficial, that is never a bad thing to do, so what you can do is, maybe people are going for this management, they are going for this consulting, they are going for this scientific exploration, they are going for this technical advancement, they are going for this space exploration, they are going for a better way to run their company, they are going for a better way to serve the marketplace, they are going for a better way to serve the customers, they are going for a better way to create a new product, product management, because you can do a lot of research, you can do a lot of marketing research. If I specify marketing research, you can look at your customer and then you can do a customer driven product offering. Sometimes you can go beyond that, you are offering a product to the marketplace and that people are going to get it, but you will have a research behind it. Maybe you can go for a formal research, or maybe you are going for your observation of the marketplace, your observation of people, and that can be part of your research too. So you can serve the economy, the society in a lot of ways. You can be responsible citizens, you can use your skill sets, but I think you can have a lot of knowledge, you can have a lot of skills, but a differentiating factor is the attitude. Your attitude, your personality, the way you look at things, your paradigm, your responsibility, your accountability, because you are doing a lot of things, you are learning, you are bringing people together, many people are working on it, and depending on a particular situation, how you can use that skill set or use that knowledge to do that particular management. And sometimes you will see that there is an overlap, because one particular thing is helping in this scenario, one particular thing is helping in that scenario as well. But again, when you do that, it requires a lot of leadership and management skills, because you have to go through that, you have to understand the problem, you have to understand what you can do to solve the problem, how you can contribute to the solution, because many people are part of the problem. We are not always part of the solutions, but a good attitude, a good mindset is to be a part of the solution. So what you can do is, education helps, experience helps, your professional expertise helps, and when you look at life in a more responsible manner, when you look at society in a more responsible manner, what you can do is you can contribute in so many ways, right? And a good leader will look at it, a good leader will know how to make use of it, for a better cause. So we can contribute in so many ways, and people will criticize. You can know how to deal with the criticism, because when you do that, you will see that that is also part of your exploration, that is also part of your research, that is also part of your education, and that is also part of an experience you want to have. Because when you are facing with constructive criticism, you will see that you are learning more. Sometimes maybe one perspective you didn't look at, you are looking at it, maybe you can learn from that too. So you can do in so many ways. But what I want to emphasize on is, education is a bad thing, you should not do education, or you should not go for that, you should not do this, you should not do that. There are many people who can tell you that in different cultures, in different societies. But I think a good society will tell you that we will create an ecosystem, we will create an environment, we will create a societal environment in a larger way, we will create an ecosystem, and we will make sure that the work environment is great to work with, so that people are safe, people are doing their job, people are doing it with a lot of productivity, with a lot of rigor, with a lot of enthusiasm, and they are choosing the company they want to choose, they are choosing the job or the profession they want to choose. Because all these things will happen when we create a better society, when we create a better economy, and people will say how it is contributing to the economy. When we create a great company, or when we build a great company, or when we have a great company in a particular place, what we can do is a company will do its job, making sure that environment is right for their work and work environment, their values and principles, the way they want to work. and the government will do its part. The economy and the society, uh, you know um, they will do their job, but they will be nourished by the people, and there will be these half-witted critics. They will criticize, but what we can do is, uh, you can choose a particular profession and you can make your mark in that, so you can create a great ecosystem, you can create a great society. So what you can do is, you will find a way, to create great works. So there is one thing, your product and service. There is one thing, the work environment. There is one thing, the society as a whole. And you will see that when people are working together, when people are working in harmony, when people are uh, encouraged or enthusiastic about doing the work, you will see that earning will happen. Economy will be boosted, and you will see that cash flow, revenue, and greater leadership, greater management. And you never know, mentorship can play a big role. So what happens is, maybe one person has gone through a lot of hurdles, maybe one person has gone through a lot of struggles. So someone new who can get good mentors, so that that person is not going through those similar struggles or those similar troubles. One thing, that person can figure out the problem in their own ways, you know but we can have a lot of mentors. We can have a lot of mentors in a mentorship cultures, and those mentors are not just mentors because of age, or because of some taken for granted respect they think they should deserve. It is not like that, but that mentor has earned his or her respect, and we know who we can go to. So we can figure out that too, who we can go to, who we can approach, depending on our particular work. Sometimes what happens is, maybe one person is in a different business, but sometimes we are facing a lot of circumstances, we are facing a lot of critical situations, and we can go for people, we can go for our mentors, we can go to the mentors, and who can actually give us a lot of advices, how they tackled a particular problem, how they went through these situations, and they figured out their own ways. And we can go for an inclusive discussion. We can go for a great discussion where you can share your perspectives. You can have you can understand each other, you can understand the problems you faced, and you can learn from each other. So we can do a lot of things. That's why what we can do is, with a lot of responsibility and accountability, not just the words, with a lot of responsibility and accountability, what we can do, we can create a better culture, a work culture, a societal culture, as a society. And we will have a great economy too. And in leadership positions, if we have the right people, what we can do is, we can when we lead an organization, you will see that you can run the organization in a better way, and you can go for something more. More than running just the organization, you can go for something more. And you will see that you will take your leadership calls, you will see a lot of leadership examples, and people will applaud you for that. But that is not just your only motivation, but you are going for something more. So what you are doing is, if we go for Maslow's hierarchy, many people will go for their particular needs, but you will see that different people at their different life stages will have their different needs. So we can talk about those things, those basics. But you will see that sometimes when you go for an entrepreneurship venture, you are trying to do something new. You have a lot of energy, you have a lot of barriers, you have a lot of struggles, but you know that you can be part of the solution. You are providing a solution, you can be part of the solution. You know that you can do that. So what you can do is, you can learn all those things, and then you can figure out your way to solve a problem. and it can be in different ways. And sometimes, when you look at the customers, you go to the customers, you ask them the questions in different ways. Sometimes you can go to the customers directly. Often we don't have the scope, or often we don't have the like time, or availability, or we cannot go to the people and we cannot ask the direct questions. So what we can do is we can create questionnaires, we can create surveys, and what we can do is we can at least do our market research, so that we can understand people. And it is not just the market research, it is like people are suffering from a need. They are suffering from a problem, they are having their needs, wants and demands, and how you can cater to the needs, wants and demands. So again, depending on the organization, you can run it in different ways, you can serve different customers in different ways. But when you have certain kind of leadership and management skills, you will see that whatever you choose to do, you will make your mark in that. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you want to go for profit, you can do your leadership and management. You are working with a lot of people, and managing and leading in a great way. And when you are going for NGO, you are going for social entrepreneurship, you can contribute in a greater way. When you are going for non-profit, you can contribute in a greater way. So what happens is, theories, research, implementation, management and leadership, and great works which can provide further research, further study of the discipline, further study of the new theories, or maybe you can create a new job. Like, sometimes what happens is, initially, in a broader umbrella, what you used to have, this is the topic you used to study, and you used to do a lot of work regarding that. And doing a lot of research, people have found we can create a lot of different job titles, and people can contribute to a particular job description or a job title. And what they can do is, they understand the broader aspect and they can contribute in their way. But we can create new jobs, we can create new jobs, lucrative jobs, and we can create different ways, so that we can serve the people in better ways. We can do that. But again, you will see that learning the theories and understanding that, and some people are teaching that. So many people are teaching, many people are doing their scientific explorations, many people are going for their management experiences, some people are doing management consulting. They are not actively part in the management processes, but they are also an integral part of the management processes, because they are looking at the management processes objectively, and they can provide a better solution. They know how to guide the managers, senior level managers, the top level managers, C-level executives. They know that how they can guide those people, and trusted people, people who know their stuff. So what we can do is, sometimes when the work environment or the ecosystem is ready, what we can do is, we can actually straight away go for the business venture. We can straight away go for, you have a problem in the marketplace and you think you can provide a solution, you can go for that. And you will face a lot of hurdles, you will face a lot of competition, you will face a lot of struggles. That's part of the entire environment. But that you have something to offer, and that you are the person to offer that, and that you can offer that in a better way. So what you can do is, you can do a lot of work in the fields where you actually love the work. And it is like higher pursuits, higher pursuits of knowledge, higher pursuits of a great business experience, higher pursuits of a great business adventure. Sometimes you are part of a business which has been there for a long time. Sometimes you are starting out from scratch. You will have your own difficulties, and but what happens is when you look at entrepreneurs, they come up with a different energy. They come up with a different momentum. To do a lot of things, to get a lot of things done, and sometimes they are going for something people didn't think about that before. So that's why when we have the ecosystem, when we have the environment ready, we can take baby steps, to create that. And in some places that is already there, that is already ready. What we can do is we can prepare great entrepreneurs. We can have a lot of great people, who can come up with their great ideas, and they can build their businesses around it. you know and sometimes when we are focusing on those theories and research, what will happen is sometimes you will see that one person is expanding their businesses a lot, but you will see that there is an issue with the leadership and management. So that person can go for management consulting, that person can go for leadership coaches, that person can go for management consulting. And sometimes people are very good with leadership and management, but they need their help in other areas, so they can go for that advice. And you will see that when we have a great environment, and you will see that when we have that good mindset in place, you will see different institutions coming up with different curriculum or studies, or courses which can create greater students, professionals, well groomed professionals, well experienced professionals. You will see that the entire thing is happening. The institutions are creating the professionals or the students who can go for their scientific research, and you can go for that. And you will see that people who are working in the companies, they have a great work environment, where they can work. People who are coming up with great venture ideas. If I talk about sports, you will see that again in sports you will see leadership coaches, coaching, motivation, athletics motivation, the rigor, the grit, how you are tackling your failure, how you are maintaining your success, how you are tackling your success, how you are preparing yourself, with a lot of self-discipline, how you are moving on from your past achievements and you are going for your next achievements. So you are continuously hungry, for newer achievements. So all these things, that attitude, that mindset, how you are training the athletes, how you are coaching the athletes, how you are having different people from different kinds of sports, because different kinds of sports are thriving, because we know that we are promoting that, we are creating an environment where where we know that one person can pick up that particular sport, and they can excel in that, they can have their training, they can have their coaching, they can be a leader themselves, so they can do their part, they can provide a lot of mentorship. We can do that. We can do that in education, we can do that in business, we can do that in other professions. But again, how this entire thing is coming together. People have a lot of doubts, people have a lot of queries, but I think this is not a complex problem to solve. This is not a complex problem to solve. But what we can do is we can do a lot of things in collaboration. We can do a lot of things, collectively, and that can be utilization of our knowledge, our skills, and also being responsible and accountable citizens, so that we are doing our work, we are like doing great works, we are, whatever we choose to do, we are being great in that. But also we are creating an environment, so we are shaping new talents, we are encouraging new talents to come up with great works. And we are having this mentorship culture, we are having uh, you know uh, that motivation where people can actually do a lot of great work. It is not just earning money and doing something that is also important for life, but something beyond that, and everything is happening afterwards. So when we have that attitude, when we have that mindset, what we can do is we all can create a society, we all can contribute to the economy. And what we can do is we can use our skill set, we can use different disciplines, people from different professions, and we can create a great society. And you will see that when we do that, we will have less problems. When a problem occurs, we will understand how to solve that in a better way. Maybe this particular time we are not able to solve it, but we will have that research mindset, we will have that exploration mindset. So we will figure out that we actually want to get better, we want to solve the problem, we actually want to create a better economy, we actually want to create a better society, we actually want to create better professionals. So what we can do is everything will happen and people will contribute to that. But leaders, we need good leaders, because without good leaders many things will fall apart. So leadership is something we should cultivate, we should teach, and we should nurture in children. And maybe one day they will become great, and they will do great things wherever they choose to live, and whatever they choose to do. But it's that thing you should have regarding your work, regarding your shared responsibility, regarding something great you want to achieve. That is the reason we wanted to do You Can Achieve. And we all know that once in a while we come to this, and maybe at one place we want all these things to be said. Maybe one person will say that, and always, or most of the time, or in many situations, we are looking for someone else to talk about that. And many people are talking about that, but we should talk about that more, we should do a lot of things more. And we can create a great society, we can create a great economy, and we can have great leaders for future. We can have great leaders who can do great things.